Last time on this What If, I left off with Naruto and the rest of the Genin squad that passed in the preliminary rounds of the Chunin exams. So, the preliminary rounds are done, and we're gonna, or no, the Chunin exam's done, and this is wherever the fight with all these shinobis versus the Leaf Genin and several Jonins are there. But behind the scenes, there is a missions of three of these villages are sent to the Leaf Village, which the Leaf Village would take 3 days 3 days from the sand, a week from the the cloud, and the mist would take a full week. Also, but if you're fast, extremely fast, like Lee and other people like that, with large amount of staminas, from the Mist Village, you can get there in 2 days. There is a lot of Jonins at the Leaf Village, but if there's a full frontal attack with no Okage, that is a problem. But who's heading there right now on foot is Gaara's teams and all that. But Naruto, Lee, or Lee's taken down, isn't he? Naruto, Guy, and Sasuke, and who else is fast enough? Who would be fast enough? And Sasuke, or not Sasuke, I mean, what's his name? I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. Kakashi is coming with them. So two Jonins and maybe a Chunins, of course, or even Jonins, or beginner Jonin level ninjas are going there. But yeah. So, right now, they'll be heading towards Gaara, while, Kakashi and Guy are supposed to go protect the village first. Naruto and Guy, the fastest right now. Maybe, Kakashi could keep up, would be the first ones to head there. I just heard some message, I think. And they would head out faster, well, even though Sasuke is faster, he's not matched to their speed. But yeah, they would get there in a matter of 2 days. But Gaara's team sensed them and they hid in the sand that they crossed the desert in. But yeah, they would get there with the forces having 2 days to get there, involve them. They would have to form the village and give them a note by the Hokage, and they would get out for a complete war on troops from the cloud, sound, and sand, along with the first tail and possibly the 8 tails from the cloud village, but unknown if it's actually gonna come. So yeah, but they'll be getting ready for a sort of attack, and Jonins are assigned to cover the side that they're coming from the sand and sound villages around them, and all that. Of course, they wouldn't know, but they're summoning creatures at the moment, which 2 days later, a big snake with 3 heads would appear, with Naruto is the one that takes it down by summoning one of the one of them the one of the toads, not biggest one since Jiraiya has it summoned battling in the mist, but you know, the one that's I'm not majestic is there would take it down, and yeah, Naruto would have him as backup, and they would be taking down them right outside Leaf Village, but there are shinobis breaking through Naruto's defense, which are getting care of for the rest of the Jonins there. Of course, right now, Orochimaru does want to defeat the third Hokage, but he also wants to destroy the Leaf Village so bad by hand enough that makes the third Hokage feel and fall in despair, and he would get there, summoning the biggest snake he can, which would be the chief of snakes, which Naruto would know him, and he would summon Gamabuta, and those two would fight with Gamabuta and his friend backing him up, would be able to take him down, but it would leave, you know, Orochimaru in there, because Orochimaru would ask if he wants to come with them, and I'll show you great power, and I want that body later. Lol. But, of course, Naruto would decline, and he would take his first move, dashing towards him, and kick him. Sorry for that weird noise. But he would come. Oh my god, I'll kill somebody. Sorry for that again, but it should not happen again. But yeah. So Naruto would go up to him with his increased speed and kick him in the head, and he'd smash into the ground with give me a second. I forgot his name already. But Snake Dude would get mad, dumb. Orochimaru would he'd be surprised since he didn't think that he could get that strong in such just a few months that it was. And he's more interesting in him right now than he ever was. So now, instead of making him his second choice to become his vessel, he wants him right now. Of course, in the ground, he would go up, he'd kick him, and he'd take out his sword, and they would battle. But Naruto right now is beating him up just like whenever he was against the Four Tails Naruto, which he's being dodged. He was being dodged right now. And he'd be punched and kicked. While Naruto is he's using his chakra and quick burst of black chakra. But in this, Naruto would take out his chains and he would start whipping him around. Of course, Orochimaru would summon his gates, which Naruto would, after Naruto's about to send a attack of his chains, which he'll smash into them, which I'm thinking this can stop him. But of course, he knows since he's not in the berserk state, he would not just try to smash through it, he would go around. So he'd create a barrier around him, which would force Naruto to break through them. But of course, he would have got ready. He would take off his gravity, and he would take off his weights, smashing to the ground, which his weights were 5 times what it normally was. And he would put up his foot, and he would stretch it out in front of him, and he would stretch a little, and he would have created black chakra on his arm, which would turn into a beast-like claws on him, and all that, and he'd create a one-tail black. This is gonna be the black crumb, or the black, let me see, black one-tails form, and he'd charge at it, and he'd extend his fist, smashing through it, breaking it, and he would punch his way through the other ones through it, which every punch he throws would put a twist inside of it, and break it with that, which Naruto would be impressed of, but in the midst of this, his arms would be hurting, and his body would too. But he would break through it all, and he would come right up to Orochimaru, and Orochimaru, where he stands, he would throw a punch, smashing into him outside the village, and he would take out Orochimaru, or the bear would go down, and Naruto would be sort of a savior from people since he did a lot in this battle. Then this would end with Naruto dropping down with his arms burnt, and Kakashi would take him and he would be put back and all that. Of course, you guys might be thinking why Orochimaru didn't do the summoning. It's because he thought he was so much stronger than him, so he didn't, and Naruto didn't give him time to use it. But he thought that Naruto couldn't break through all of his gates, so yeah, that's why he didn't use it, since he was cocky. But Naruto would be put back, and he'd be protected by Kakashi and Guy, and while Sasuke is doing some stuff. But of course, Naruto would be down, and he would go to sleep with all of them. This wave of attacks would end with them not thinking that it's done, since of course Kakashi and them know that the one tail has not came yet. So yeah, of course it's been 2 days since then, and people that survived the attack that are escaped from the Mist Village did. Since the Mist Village was a neutral party, so it wasn't as bad as it would have been if they weren't. So yeah. But so the rest of the people that survived that attack there, which I'll just say for plot convenience, everybody did survive and all that. But while surviving, they would get there, seeing the Leaf Village being repaired by a dude with an Anbu mask using wood style, which he would disappear when people came. So yeah. But they would get in while they would see, while they're carrying somebody. Who they are carrying is the third Hokage, who fought against the Hokage with him being defeated by him, the Raikage. So the Raikage is happy because of this, since he did defeat the Hokage of the Leaf Village, and he thinks they're weak right now. So he would be planning to send another attack and all that. But of course, this would be later mentioned, but they would get there. While when getting there, there would be two faces that probably aren't from the Leaf Village, and these are transformations of the team of Gaara. Gaara's there enraged, and right now he's inside a sort of ceiling on his forehead, who's stopping him from transforming. But people would see him drop, the person that is transformed drop, and he would disappear, revealing Gaara. He would transform straight into the Shinkaku, and he would send raging attacks across the area. And right now, it would be another fight right after this, which would decimate more of the Leaf Village. It would destroy, I would say, 25% of the Leaf Village because he sent several water bullet or wind bullets. But this time, people of Leaf Village would be bad, not just and all that, but they all be weak because since Naruto did take Orochimaru and did rest, there were still attacks going on after that for 2 days straight, and they just it would wipe out most of the 25% of the Leaf Village that is left. And since everybody is tired, and Naruto the only one that has rest, Naruto would stand up, leave some hand side, bind his finger, and say summoning jutsu, summoning Gamabuta. Gamabuta right now is summoned, and they would fight Shinkaku. And Shinkaku, it would go similar, it would go different, and all that, since Naruto knows he would do the oil thing. Naruto would throw explosive kunais in, exploding it. It'll be faster, but this time Shinkaku's covering up Gaara. So yeah. But smashing his way through it right now by barraging, kicking it, spinning and kicking it, smashing Shinkaku into the ground. Naruto would kick off of Gamabuta, and he would fly, throwing a punch, a twister punch, which would destroy the top of Shinkaku's head, since this is not the real Shinkaku. This is the sand one, like the sand version. It would have defeated it and all that. Oh yeah, guess what? Or never mind. But he would break open his head, and you'd see Gaara, and he would take out his hand, and he would say Windblade, which he would cut Gaara out of the Shinkaku sand, and he would kick Gaara in the face, and they would land, with Naruto landing on feet, catching Gaara. And they have the same interaction. Gaara become good, and they would go back to the village, and all that. Sand Village would be looking for also a new Hokage, but they don't have one, and so is Leaf Village. And all that. And they're expecting another barrage of attacks to Leaf Village from the Cloud Village, and they would be getting ready for a full-on war, with Jiraiya getting the task to either become the Hokage or find Tsunade. But in this situation, he would want to find Tsunade, but he also knows that if there's nobody to protect here, they may not have to, so he would step in as the Hokage for now, while he would give the task to Naruto to get Tsunade. For the time being, giving him the information on where she could be. And since Jiraiya is now the Hokage, he would pretty much give his spy network to Naruto. So yeah, this is where I'll be leaving this off. And I should add this. This will be the fourth Shinobi War right now. So see you guys later.